Hey guys, welcome back to another video on my channel. Today we are starting a new series, and I quickly just want to explain a little bit about what this series is, because this server is replacing the old Create server. Now, I'm not going to go into too much details on why, but basically the old server was completely destroyed by griefers, so we decided to start fresh. Now, this server is public. I am currently looking into a way to verify people who join through Discord. Now, what is the server? Well, it's Create. It's a mod pack, which I will have the mod pack linked in the description as well. And it's also Skyblock. Now let me quickly just explain how you join. First of all, you need to add the server. The server name can be whatever you want, and the server IP is belgie.playwn.co. Once you've done that, you then need to try and connect to the server. Once you've connected, you'll be given this error message, which if we quickly just wait for it, you can see that it says you cannot join a server, you are not whitelisted. Join the Discord. The Discord link is here, so if you enter this link into Google or whatever browser you use, then you'll be given a whitelist code. So then once you have your code, you need to do the command /link in Discord. Make sure it's with this bot, so the bot with the Belgie image, and then you just need to enter the code. That is the code you saw on your Minecraft screen. Once you've done that, you'll see a message that's saying your account is now linked. Now that it's linked, if I go back to the server list and try and rejoin to the world, and here we go, you can see that it is now connecting me to the world. One thing to note though, if you leave my Discord server, you will be disconnected from the server. And this is just a safety check, so griefing can be avoided as much as possible. So before we jump to the main part of the Skyblock, there are two villagers here which sell some resources that could cause soft lock, so a bucket of lava and also some ice, and there is also one right here that sells each of the saplings. But now let's quickly just explain how you can create your own island, because every single player has their own island. You can also choose to team with other people if you would like, but let's quickly just do it. So if we click L, you can see that there are a load of different teams. We can also click create new team because we want to create our own, and you can see the different islands right here. Now the islands do have different resources, so you have to be careful on what one you pick. And they do also have different difficulties. So this one is an easy difficulty, whereas this one is a hard difficulty. And I think we're going to go for the Cherry Island is the one we're going to go for. And we're going to quickly just name what do we want to name our island? So now once we've picked the island we want and we've named it, we can click create and we'll be teleported to the island, which this is now our island. You can also open L now to customize your team. So if I click my team at the bottom here, you can see I can customize a load of settings, like allowing people to visit my island, also allowing people to request to join my island, as well as inviting other members. Now, basically, how we start any Skyblock is by making a cobblestone generator. I'm going to try to make this series somewhat regular on the channel because Skyblock is kind of fun, and having it the twist of Create as well is also kind of fun. Now, I want to make sure I don't mess this generator up. Although we can go and buy more lava and water, I don't really want to do that because it does cost us. And I think that should be fine if I now just stand here and break. Now, the next thing I quickly want to mention is Create is a big part of this mod pack. If I quickly just show you, some of the recipes for Create have been changed, like andesite. So if I quickly just bring up andesite, you can see andesite has a new recipe to make it work with Skyblock. And also so do a load more. If I quickly just bring up the meal, you can see the meal does also have a new recipe. A lot of recipes have been altered to make them work with the Skyblock. Now, some resources are really hard to get and it does take a lot more work, but that is what resources are like in Skyblock anyway. I am also listening to feedback, so if people suggest certain resources are too hard to obtain, then I will be making some changes here and there. But first of all, let's just mine up some cobblestone because we want to get started with Create, and I think the first thing we probably want to make is some millstones, which is some cobblestone, stone slabs, and some stone casing, which is just by clicking stone on a piece of wood. So now I've been sitting here gathering some cobblestone. I quickly want to see, iron is probably the next thing we need. So what is the best way to obtain iron? Now, iron nuggets, ingots can we craft? I don't think we could. It seems like just raw, but we can't get raw iron from Skyblock. So maybe iron nuggets is probably what we need to craft so we can smelt down some iron resources. We can also crush this stuff, which that is just gotten from stone, clay, and water. No, okay, so you need that to begin with, which we can't do. I guess we could get crimsite, which that's probably what we need. And how do we obtain this? So this is from obtaining gravel and also redstone. Now, the question is, how do we get gravel, though? Crushing cobblestone, but we can't do that yet because we don't have crate to get crushing wheels. Cutting board. Okay, you can't do it because you need gravel. I guess we could probably craft a mill, as I don't think mills require any andesite or iron. So let's quickly just try and craft one of these. So we're missing the slabs, which we're going to need a furnace for. Okay, we're going to need a lot more cobblestone. Let's just throw that down there. We need to craft freestone, I think it is. So let's just throw that into there. And let's just throw a few planks in there to smelt that down. I'm also going to quickly just break the rest of this tree so we can maybe start getting some saplings. So now let's quickly just craft up the thing we need. So I need to craft that thing up, and then I need to craft that into a mill, which is like so. Now the one thing that I don't know how to obtain is a cogwheel, but I don't know if you need a cogwheel. So if I place that down, yeah, we need a cogwheel to like activate this. So I guess what can we do from there? Okay, we can power it from the bottom. I did not know that. So let's now quickly just build up to this. And we want to throw some cobblestone in, which I need to farm some more up first. So one thing I quickly want to try is if we make two of these and place them next to each other, will they work at the same time? As to get redstone, the best way to do that is with red sand, which then requires us to craft granite or terracotta, which then requires us to obtain sand, meaning that we need to grind down cobblestone to gravel, then gravel to sand. It's quite a lengthy process for iron, and I like it. It's a change from just normal create where you can jump into a cave or build an early game iron farm, but maybe it's a bit too lengthy. But I guess once you have iron, you can then automate this with water wheels and things like that. So let's quickly just craft up another one of these, and I should have all the resources for it. I think it was cobblestone there, then that in there, and then there we go. So if I place that there, is this going to be... Yes, it does power them both. Okay, so I have cobblestone in this one. If I throw gravel in that one... I am also about to die. You can't die of starvation in this. It leaves you on half a heart, which is good. So I guess now it's just time to go AFK clicking this. One thing I did accidentally do while I was sitting here clicking this, my mouse slipped and I accidentally hit this sunflower. It popped off the sunflower's head and it's now just a sunflower stem, which is okay. I did not mean to do that. Okay, so you can grow sunflowers. I'm guessing sunflowers are probably a big part of the pack then. So it seems like gravel into sand goes quicker than cobblestone into gravel, because that's 17 and 15 and this one's already done. So let's take that out. And now let's see. So redstone, we need milling, we need red sand, we need granite, which means we now need quartz, which seems like the easiest way is sand in the furnace. Okay, I guess we can do that. Maybe we need a better source of coal though, because currently using all of our wood isn't ideal. Although I guess we could maybe just plant more. Let's plant one there. Let's then also plant one there. So the next thing is, when we start milling sand, the redstone chance is only 35%. Okay, that's quite low. What is the chance to get red sand? Okay, red sand is guaranteed. And then to get iron from the crimsite, is it literally only a 30% for one nugget? That doesn't seem like it's a good thing. Yes, it is. Okay, so it seems like it's going to be a very long process to get iron. Let's now craft up some of this red sand, which we can throw that there. And then we can do that. Okay, that gives 4. That's better than I thought. I thought it would only give 1. We probably do also need to start setting up some kind of mob farm so we can start getting bone meal and string. But for that, I think all we need is a platform, and then when it is nighttime, they can spawn. Or we could just build like a box that they can spawn in. So this is now done. We got 7 redstone from that. So there we go. We have 6 gravel, which should be fine for now. There we go. We now have 6 crimsite. It would be cooler if that granted 2. But anyway, let's now quickly just craft up some more of the red sand. And then I can throw this back in for smelting. It's really good that that grants 4. So let's throw that into there. Now let's start this smelting and see how much iron we can get from that 6. And there we go. 8 red sand, 3 iron. That's not bad. So the andesite alloy recipe is zinc. It's zinc. So have I really done all this iron for no reason? So I'm now looking how you can get zinc, because we've basically wasted quite a while early game to get the iron when we don't need it. So this is what we need to get zinc. And what is the chances of zinc dropping from this? It has a, okay, 100% spawn chance. That's pretty good. And this is crushed sunflower seeds and calcite. Okay, so we do still need calcite. And crushed sunflower seeds is just crushing sunflower seeds. So we just need a lot of these. So after some admin work, I'm now back on the island. And I'm now just building a platform because we need bone meal. And the best way to get that, I would probably say, is spawning skeletons. So then we can kill them for the bones. Now, I'm just currently collecting cobblestone because that's probably the easiest resource to build with. And then we can turn that into slabs. Now, I could have probably, I guess, used wood, but then that means we have to wait for the trees to grow, so if we run out, then we have to wait. So there we go, I've got some basic fences. They don't cover the whole thing, and that's totally fine. We can always fix that later on. Now is just a waiting game for some skeletons. But let's see if we can at least get one bone. Now, I need to make sure it doesn't fall through, and there we go, we got 2 from that. So let's see how bone mealing these sunflowers work. As in basic Minecraft, you can bone meal it to get more of it because it's a 2-tool flower. But in this case, you have to bone meal it to grow it. Okay, and then if I just click on this, it pops off a sunflower, meaning that I can bone meal it again. Okay, so it's kind of like the base game, but you have to bone meal and then click rather than just bone mealing. So we need sunflower seeds, which is from crushing sunflowers. It's a 100% chance to get one, and also a 60% chance to get another. And then crushed sunflower seeds is a 100% chance from sunflower seeds. Okay, so let's start cranking again. So we now have calcite, which we got from just crafting quartz with cobblestone, which is 2 calcite and 2 crushed. So that should get us, what, 4 of that? And then I think we just throw this inside of these to get the zinc, which I'm pretty sure was a 100% drop chance. And there we go. We have 2 zinc ingots there and 2 zinc ingots there. We are also dying again because we run out of hunger, but that's totally fine. So now from there, we should be able to craft andesite, which, how can we get this again? We need diorite, which is gravel. Okay, so we do need some more gravel. There we go. We now have some diorite, which is the next step. We now just need one more piece of cobblestone. And there we go. We now have 4 andesite, which then andesite, I think, is mixed with these zinc to get andesite alloys. Finally, we have 2 andesite alloys. And even the advancement is called finally. That took way longer than an hour. I was going to end the video, and then No Clue Guy mentioned this, the mechanical extruder, which is crafted a lot easier. It's just a shaft, 8 andesite casing, and then some glass. Glass recipe has been altered. It's now glass powder you have to smelt. And glass powder is 2 calcite and then 4 nether quartz. Now this, if I quickly just ponder, you can see that you place this next to 2 blocks, which in this case is going to be lava and water. And then it will produce the resource. So in this case, cobblestone. So I now have 18 more bone meal, which I'm going to bone meal these. I placed down cobblestone. I did not mean to do that. Now, one thing I'm not too sure about is if these naturally tick. So if they like naturally grow the stem or the flower on top. And there we go. We now have, how many seeds is that? 13? No, 22. That is perfect. Now we need to crush these again, I believe. So let's throw them back in. That's 11 in there and 11 in there because we now need crushed seeds. And I apparently took these ones out, so let's throw them back in. And there we go. Now, I forgot what I needed to do with this. I think we needed calcite. Yes, we need to craft up some more calcite, which I forgot how that was crafted. That is quartz and cobblestone. We have some cobblestone, and I can smelt down some quartz because that is just smelting down sand. Now, we just need to once again combine this with some andesite to get the alloys. And how many more do we need? I'm not too sure. That's 2 more, which I think is all we need for this. We just need the machine casing, which I guess we can throw that down there and quickly just obtain that. We also have everything now for this. So let's craft this up. We do need to power this though. So I'm now at spawn because I want to buy a bucket of lava because I lost my bucket. I don't exactly know where it went. And also a piece of ice so we can make an infinite water source. And you can buy these just with cobblestone. So I just sat there mining up 3 stacks of cobblestone. And there we go. We can now go back to the island, which is Skyblock home. So now what I can do is make an infinite water source. And I think I'll just do that right here. So if I do something like that, I can place that ice there. I can place that lava there for a second. I can then break that ice, place that, and there we go. We now have infinite water. Now, for this, what we need to do is place that right there. Let's then place that there. I can pick up this lava, place that lava there, pick that lava up, and there we go. I now just need to make sure that I don't break this block until I have this placed down, otherwise it will turn this to obsidian. So let's maybe pick up the water for now, and then I'm going to place this in my offhand and place that instantly down right there. So now with that like so, I think that's how it works. I can now break this block, and this is where the power goes. Okay, I maybe want to flip this around then. So or maybe let's put it over here, because I really want the power to go off the edge of the island, as we are going to be using water wheels. And there we go, we now have it working. I just placed this on the outside, and you can see it's going. It's not that quick, but that's totally fine, as it should now start just farming cobblestone while I'm doing other things, meaning that we no longer need to sit there breaking it ourselves. Now, there are still a lot more things that I need to do. For example, make it so it deposits the items automatically. But I don't think we can do that yet, because for a funnel you need kelp, and to get kelp you need a sniffer. And to get sniffers, it's a whole string of getting suspicious sand from normal sand. It's just a long, lengthy process that I don't really want to do now. But I also think that is where I'm going to end this episode. As we've got the basics done, we are now farming cobblestone. In the next video, we'll progress a little bit more, maybe make a better food farm, and also clean up the island a little bit. I did also expand that farm over there. I put walls around it and also added a roof so that they can spawn all the time rather than only at night time. I do need to spawn proof the roof though. But anyway, if you enjoyed this video, do like and subscribe. Don't forget you guys can join the server. All the information is at the start of the video. But anyway, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.